What is up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here and being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the royal drama. So it's being reported that while Prince William and Princess Catherine are going through their personal living hell right now, that Harry and Meghan, because it seems like they're mimicking royal behavior that they once criticized, they're being called hypocrites for doing so. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they once mocked the British royals for their tours, but they are set to do the same thing this month with their trip to Nigeria. Rebecca English says, there's this wry smile over the way they said the royals did things are not the right way to do things, yet they are mimicking that with their own trip. A lot of people I speak to who know Harry and Meghan, there are a lot of wry smiles on their faces this week, she added. Because of this idea, they're going on this big trip. There's going to be some cultural events. There's going to be some Invictus events. And so they're doing this tour of Nigeria just days after Harry is visiting the UK. So it said that they're doing this trip, and it's basically to one up the royal family, particularly the senior royals who have not toured a foreign nation in over 6 months. They want to appear as quasi-royals. They want to carry on conducting quasi-tours as if they are still members of the royal family. I think the fact they are going to a Commonwealth country when they describe the Commonwealth as Empire 2.0 is a little bit rich. This is what royal commentator Charlotte Griffiths said. So it does seem a little bit convenient that they're going on this tour when we know what his dad, the king, as well as his sister-in-law, Princess Catherine, or, Kate, as a lot of people call her, is going through it right now with their health. So they've had to step back from a lot of royal duties. So they definitely have not been able to travel abroad. So it's kind of like how some people are seeing it. What they're doing now with this tour, it's kind of like, even though it's been reported that they were invited to come to Nigeria. So someone wants them there. They're not just inviting themselves like they did at the Bob Marley movie premiere. But that's another story. I didn't even talk about that. It's a little bit convenient that now that the other senior royals have had to step back from their duties, now it's like, let's just go ahead and get ourselves in the spotlight of doing these things so we can possibly maybe drum up some other opportunities, because it's stated that their Netflix deal is set to expire in the fall of 2025. And before you know it, that's going to be here, guys. And if the things that they're doing right now don't work out, it's highly likely that their deal will not be renewed or extended or another better offer, much less even a lesser deal to be offered to them. So they got to do what they got to do right now to get some opportunities and drum up some other favorable places that will possibly work for them business-wise so that they can make that money to continue that lifestyle of being in Montecito, California. But someone who is a confidant to both William and Kate pretty much, shared how they're going through hell right now. So classic children's clothes designer Amaya Arrieta, who has worked closely with the Wales for years, could be in hot water after making unguarded remarks about her health situation and battle. The relationship between members of the royal family and their clothes designers reached its peak in the bond between Queen Elizabeth and the person that styled her, Angela Kelly. And Kelly was a gatekeeper through which even family members had to pass to see Her Majesty in her declining years. She spent much of the last 2 years of her life with her and was at her bedside in her last days in Scotland. Even Prince Harry's relationship with his grandmother was soured at one point by an argument with Angela, who they nicknamed AK-47, over getting access to a tiara for Meghan. But the woman who's behind styling the children's clothing for Prince William and Princess Kate, she shared some things that she probably wasn't supposed to say to the public. But honestly, it sounds like she was just coming from a place of being genuine and possibly nervous or scared, because this is a huge situation. But, she shared something and she said, "I'm heartbroken at the moment. I think they are going through hell. I hope they will be back. It's really personal." Now, she may get reprimand or some backlash from sharing that, but again, it sounds like someone caught her at a moment where she had her guard down, and just speaking from a place of honesty as a human being, knowing this woman, knowing Prince William, and also knowing the children, just sounds like it's like she's afraid, she's scared. And nobody really knows what's going on. And it's none of our business. I'm not saying that we have to know all of the explicit details of what type of cancer, what stage, how many treatments. Like, no, the information that a lot of people feel like they are privy to knowing, especially when it comes to people's health, is just absolutely ridiculous, a bit insulting and disgusting. Because when she made the announcement, I remember there was some doctor, or a supposed alleged doctor, who went on CNN, and he was basically trying to debunk it to say that he didn't believe she actually had cancer. And I'm like, who are you? Like, when did you test her for anything? When did you get the chance to examine her, to do any treatments on her? I just feel like some of these people, they're opportunists with licenses that see that as an opportunity to get on a show that has a lot of people viewing it, and they know that it'll get more people speaking about them, and sometimes bad publicity for them is just as, it's just as good for them as good publicity. They don't really care. But with that being said, in light of everything, it's like looking like, and it's getting backlash, people are calling them hypocritical, because at a time when Prince William and Princess Catherine are going through their own personal hell, the hypocrisy, they're saying, it continues with Meghan and Harry, with them mimicking the royal behavior that they once criticized. So you can let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section. Thanks so much for being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.